Welcome back to All Right Solutions. As you all probably already know, ChatGPT is a powerful language model developed by OpenAI, capable of generating human-like text responses to natural language queries. By integrating ChatGPT into your C# project, you can leverage its natural language processing capabilities to create more engaging user interfaces and improve the quality of automated responses. In this tutorial, we'll guide you through the process step by step, so that you can start using this powerful tool in your own projects. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to sign up with the ChatGPT OpenAI API. Once you have successfully signed up, we now need to generate an API key. Here we can see some existing keys that we have generated whilst using the free version. Go ahead and click Create New Secret Key. It's worth mentioning here that if you do sign up to the paid version, and you get a response message back from the API in Visual Studio that you have insufficient funds, you can resolve this by creating a new API key. Okay, now let's hop over to Visual Studio. Create a new console app. We'll keep it simple and call it ChatGPT Demo. We are going to go with .NET 7 here, but the NuGet package we will be using is compatible with .NET 6 and .NET Standard. Let's start from scratch and remove the existing code in program.cs. Okay, create a new class. We will call the class Chat. Create a new async task that takes in a string called prompt and returns a string result. Now we need to add a NuGet package called Batalgo. With Batalgo installed, let's do some basics like testing if the prompt is empty. Create a variable for the API key. Declare another variable for the ChatGPT service endpoint. Add the API key to the OpenAI options. Import any usings we may need as well. Declare another variable and call that one completion result. This will hold the response coming back from the service endpoint. We need to create a new completion request and pass in a few options. The first option is the prompt or question we want to ask ChatGPT. Next is the language model we want to use. In this case, we will use Text DaVinci version 2. For the temperature, we will use a standard setting of 0.5 decimals. This determines the level of randomness or creativity in the model's output. In simple terms, temperature controls how safe or risky the model's responses are. A lower temperature value will result in more conservative and predictable responses, while a higher temperature value will produce more varied and unpredictable responses. Max tokens. This parameter is used to limit the length of the generated text and prevent the model from producing overly long and possibly irrelevant responses. The N parameter. This is the amount of iterations ChatGPT will generate. For example, if set as 2, ChatGPT will generate 2 different responses for the question being asked. We now need to get the generated response from the completion result. Create a new variable called generated text and assign the first item in the array of the completion result choices. Now we just need to finish off by returning the result. Let's now head back over to the main program.cs and call our new chat class. Create a new variable and assign a new instance of the chat class. The response can now be sent to the console. The processing time for ChatGPT can vary depending on a number of factors, such as the specific model being used, the length and complexity of the input text, the number of requests being made to the API, and other factors. We can now call the start method and pass in our question. Let's start with an easy one. What's the meaning of life? Let's start the application and see what response we get back. Looks like we forgot to use the await for the async task. Let's add that in real quick. Looks like it worked. It took a while to process, but it worked. Let's ask one more question. Well, I wasn't expecting that response. I was hoping for a more of a comedic response. Well, that concludes this video, but just before we finish, let's ask it to say goodbye. There you go. Thanks for watching this quick tutorial on integrating ChatGPT. We hope that you found it informative and helpful. Whether you're building a chatbot, developing an intelligent personal assistant, or simply exploring the latest advancements in AI technology, ChatGPT has the capabilities you need to take your project to the next level. See you next time.